Welcome back to Cricket Pulse. I'm George, and joining me from across the geography is Loy. What a Thursday evening and what game. IPL is officially giving us palpitations every single night. Hey, Loy?
It really is, John. It really is. And speak of
Oh,
palpitations, we're flying solo today. Will is currently at 35,000 feet, heading back from
still.
Kerala. He's due to land Friday evening. So he should be with us for the weekend pod, unless, of course, Will, he claims jet lag is a valid reason to stay in bed while the both of us are going to be working.
We know the drill. The cabin pressure affected by tactical brain, guys. I'm pretty sure that's the line. But wait, while he's in the clouds, we've got some grounded reality to discuss today. At the Eden Gardens, it was absolute cinema, and I'm definitely not complaining.
What a game, George. What a game. KKR fans,
Absolute
look
cinema.
away. Eden Gardens was packed. The atmosphere was electric. And for 38 overs, it looked like Kolkata had it. But then Mukulchoudhary had other plans.
Oh, and I'm glad he had those plans. But let's begin with how it started. Ajinkya looked vintage. Fantastic anchoring with his captain's knock. Again, coming good, leading from the front. He scored a 41. And alongside him, Ankrish, amazing dream run in this IPL. I'm so impressed. I can't wait to see the Raghuvanshi Suryavanshi combination in Team India. He scored another blitz of 45, I think, in about 32 balls or something like that. 33 balls. There you go. It was fantastic to watch them both at their craft.
You bet. And I think again, we knew that there was going to be a problem with the middle order, but then I think again they came good today. Cameroongreen, what am I saying? Cameroongreen finally lived up to his expectations. It wasn't a lot of runs, but then he stood there. He kind of gave a stand with Rovmanpowell, and I think they had a good partnership, which was about 70 runs, which got them to a target of 181, which felt like a winning total on that surface. And again,
I'll be honest though. Does that justify the kind of money they're paying him? I'd say no, and I don't think it's worth the money. That's not really efficient. But sorry, carry on. Just thought.
It wasn't, George. I think again, if you say did he live up to the money he's paid for? No, but then again, at least there was some spark in terms of getting him to come out and play an innings, not go out with single digits, right? So yeah.
He's just in the wrong team, mate. He's in the wrong team. So are the rest of them.
Oh, but then again, in terms of LSG's bowling, I think Digwesh Rathi was the pick of the bunch with regards to going for just 25 minutes, 4 overs, and picking up the crucial wicket of Rahane. And again, as you're saying, Captain Rahane was really mature and was a captain's knock. Getting him out at that point in time was kind of helped them. And again, Shami, he went wicketless. He went wicketless, but then he was with his over just 27 runs in his 4 overs was very tidy for the other bowlers going for runs. So I think overall decent bowling effort from LSG to restrict them from not going above 200, because again we've been saying that the pitch is something which has got a par score of 200, but then I think restricting them from 180 was a decent score.
But you know what? What's most surprising to me is more than Digwesh Rathi doing it with the ball, I'm just surprised he's not created any problems yet. I mean, he's not been entertaining us. Obviously, LSG's owner is entertaining us with his tantrums, but I think Digwish has been quiet, and I'm just waiting for
Surprisingly,
this.
he is.
Yeah. Anyways, but let's go back to the chase. LSG. I mean, it was absolute cinema. I don't know who wrote this script, but Mitch Marsh and Aidan Markram both go falling early and both falling to Weber Baroda. I mean, we're talking about Weber. It's what a breakout season he's having. And then Rishabh follows with measly 10. Look, I think I will go back again and say Rishabh needs to go another position down and Puran needs to play at number 3. It is so important. Somehow, if LSG, or actually, what's his name? Goenka, if you're listening, uh, Rishabh should be further down. You can kick and cry about it.
Oh, George, that's a good one. Yeah,
But
it is. But again, I think we've been saying that for a while. We don't understand what the logic is for Rishabh to come at number 3. Shouldn't be his position. He's much better off coming down, which also gives him an opportunity to try and stabilize the innings and play with a little bit more maturity when he comes a little down the order. That being said, I think Ayushbadoni, boy oh boy.
What a show.
What an innings. He kept the chase alive with his 54 of 34, and exactly when LSG needed it with the first 3 wickets going, I think he came in there. He had that partnership which he built with Nicholas Puran for a bit, and I think that definitely worked in favor of LSG, because I think he just couldn't finish it, and I think they were still a 50-run short when he fell. But I think then what happened, George? You got to take a over.
Absolute miracle. It was Mukulchoudhary show. Lloyd, I haven't seen that kind of hitting like since yesterday. But he smashed 54 of 27. That was 7 massive sixes. And the best part, he pulled out 2 helicopter shots, and I'm sure even Dhoni would have been so proud and applauded that. And I was like, it was absolutely brilliant. And what an end! I think. I mean, let's go back and speak about the game yesterday, because I mean, obviously, I missed out on the review. And I did hear that you got one over me finally. But the point being, it was not one over you. I'm not going to concede on that, because it was David Killamilla killed himself and his team. It was absolutely immature, naive, stupid decision not to take that one off the penultimate ball. The least of it, you could have seen a super over. Why would you do that? That was just a stupid mistake. All the good that he had done completely wiped away with that one stupid mistake. And thankfully, if you see what happened with the last ball with Mukul, he missed it, but they ran for it. They made it. And it was simply fantastic. And honestly, LSG deserved to win this. Again, thanks to Shami, thanks to Mukul, thanks to Ayush. They did deserve to win it. But, it's always a joy to see KKR lose, but that's just an added bonus for me.
I agree. And I think Mukul, the boy, was special, George. And I think he's from a very small village. His dad spent a lot of money, including selling their property, to try and get him into cricket, and I think to get him trained. And would you believe it? This was his second game under lights. He's not played under lights before. The second game under lights, and he comes and he plays this amazing whirlwind of an innings. I think, oh boy, Mukul, you've made an impact. You've just announced yourself to the world. And I think if you can keep doing what you've been doing, I think you're going to be a star, mate. Absolutely beautiful.
You know what? I mean, great great story, another great story of the many that we've had. And a lot goes to BCCI for the way they've run IPL. And the teams that have selected these boys. I mean, there's so many stories, what's his name? The Oh my God, the one who
Which
opens
team?
with Vaibhav.
Oh, Jaiswal. Jaiswal.
Jaiswal. Jaiswal is one. Rinku Singh is another. There are so many such fantastic stories, and it's like stuff of dreams. And it's amazing to see hardworking people come up and make a name for themselves and actually get fruits out of it. And full marks to BCCI on that. That being said, let's get back
Exactly.
to the final over. That final
Yeah.
over was nothing short of blockbuster drama. Avesh Khan, Mukul had to keep the strike, but Avesh getting that single was so important. And then for them to score that winning run, just amazing, amazing. LSG took
Absolutely.
the points. And I did see a very emotional Goenka, which was nice to see once in a while, like emotional in the right sense.
Just think if it was the other way around, George, what would have been the scene over there? It would have been completely different, right? But then, anyways, LSU, you've got the points. And again,
Yeah.
Sunil Narine, in terms of bowling for KKR, I think he was the one who again, did put a show out there in terms of just going for 13 runs, which is less than 4 runs an over in a four. The other bowlers just couldn't contain the Mukul onslaught at the death overs. So, anyways, a great game.
I told you.
KKR still remain on winless. The only point they have from is the rain-affected match, which was abandoned. So, hard luck KKR, and to the KKR fans. As much as I'm sorry for your situation, there is deep joy and
I'm
comfort in my
not.
heart as well. Deep joy and comfort in my heart.
But I'm not, to be honest. If any KKR fans are watching this, your team's a disgrace. But that being said, about Sunil Narine, I did say he will shine for a game or two, but holding Rachin back, it just doesn't make sense. Holding Rachin back for I don't know. I'm lost for words. Delhi Capitals holding Akib Nabi back and KKR holding Rachin back don't make sense because Rachin is possibly not your textbook T20 player, but he's the guy who you go to when the going gets tough, who can stabilize things, who can actually uh, be the sheath anchor, be the spine of the team, and provide a all-round fantastic performance. You need a stabilizing agent like that. But anyways, not my problem. I feel the only person in KKR, I mean, actually not only, I feel sorry for most of the players, Ajinkya, and especially Rachin. So sorry, guys, you're in the wrong team. God bless you.
That
That's all
being
I can
said,
say.
let's come up to the next game in the
Tomorrow,
picture.
yes,
Tomorrow we've got a
that is a
amazing
blockbuster.
clash. That definitely is. This is the one we've been waiting for, George, because Rajasthan
Yes.
Royals 3-0 with no losses. Royal Challengers Bengaluru 2-0. So one of the perfect records is about to shatter in Guwahati.
As
And
long as the grain gods don't play spoil sport,
you bet
I
they
swear it, I'll be heartbroken if that happens. And I hate these point sharing business. Um, I'd rather see a win or a lose. And it is possibly the test for the champions, us, champions. But it's gonna be the test for the champions. I think one of the two tests. One would be Royals, the other one Kings 11 Punjab, and this is in a very good batting track, dual pace pitch. I would say more than batting. Both teams have fantastic batsmen. One has the king, uh, but it is going to be how well each team's bowlers hold back the other or get one over the other is going to matter. And I think it's a batter's paradise, possibly, but it's going to be a bowler's game to decide.
Yeah, you bet it is. Because I think if you look at the batting lineup of both the teams are amazing. Uh, and again, with the middle order as well, when we look at it, there are finishers. So it comes down to the bowlers and who can hold the nerve tomorrow to try and get that team home. Because if it's going to be a short game due to rain, it's going to be with the batting side who's going to be explosive because the runs on the board make a difference. And we saw that when RR played against MI, getting that 150 runs in 11 overs was massive mountain for MI to climb as well. And I think it could be a similar situation with RCB and RR tomorrow if it's going to be a rain-shortened game. Hopefully not. Let's pray that it's going to be a full-fledged game, but we do want to see a result for sure. In terms of head-to-head and stats, if you look at it, I think RCB have the edge, 17 games to 14 for RR. Again, if you look at the battles of the captains, it's the local hero from Guwahati, Riyan Parag, versus the defending champion vibes of RCB. Again, I think this is going to be the final game in Guwahati before they switch to Jaipur, which is going to be the rest of the home games for RR.
Oh, thankfully.
So it would be an interesting final game there. So key players to watch. What do you think, George? What's your take on that?
Who else? The king, obviously, and then you have the prodigy, Vaibhav Suryavanshi. The 15-year-old is going to be the most important wicket for RCB, and dare I say his partner in crime as well, Jaiswal. Those two are going to be the trump for the batting lineup in RR. Whereas obviously a lot depends, especially if it's a shortened game, and if it's a chase, you know who's going to be the one who the whole game is going to depend on. Chase master himself, Virat Kohli. It's going to be a fantastic game. I can't wait for tomorrow. But that being said, I mean, we saw some explosive batting from RCB, and Datan Tamburan, Devdutt Padikkal, is in the form of his life. So yes, those will be the two trumps for RCB. But I'm going to say it again, okay? It's the better bowling team that has the edge here because it's a all-in-all batting track. So whoever
Definitely.
can, get one over the batsman wins. So it's going to be an interesting game.
For me, again, I think, as you tell, I think I love Suryavanshi. The kid is amazing. I'd love to see him bat. I would pay to see him bat. But then against RCB, I'm going to be selfish. I'm going to say,
No.
Not today, my bub. Not today. Today's not the day you're going to be batting. Today, I would expect you to try and wrap up quickly, watch it from the sidelines, because today you're playing against RCB. Again, I think for me, it's going to be Virat Kohli. He loves the road. He loves the road. When I say he loves being away, he's averaged almost 100 in away fixtures, and he's the anchor for RCB, which I think he's going to try and do that again. Tim David, he's come off an amazing last game, and I'm hoping to see some fireworks back from him again. And especially with the RR's death bowling, Sandeep Sharma, he's been brilliant. So hopefully, if it gets to that point, we see some fireworks from Tim David against the slower ones from them. In terms of bowling, again, they've got Ravi Bishnoi, who's been pretty good, and he was the hero against Gujarat when they played against him. On a flat Guwahati track, his googlies are going to be RR's biggest weapon against RCB's middle order. That nothing taking away from our bowlers again. We've got Duffy. Josh Hazelwood is back, John. So it's going to be a tight situation in terms of, are they going to be going with Josh Hazelwood, or are they going to be sticking to Duffy, who's had a brilliant first few games? So it's going to be a a weird balance. But then I was looking at a video talking about what bowling combinations we could go for, because they could drop Romario Shepherd and get Duffy in as well. But the only factor with that is Romario Shepherd brings in his batting as well into the picture. And when we have a middle order or a top collapse, he could be the anchor which could get us a lower down the order, a batting power there. So if we
But
are batting first, what they could do is they could still have Romero Shepherd in there, and that's where the impact sub comes into picture.
that's what I was
Once batting
about to
is done,
say.
get him off, get Duffy in.
Yeah, to be honest, more than batting, what RCB needs is bowling. So if you look at it, I think RR have a slight edge over RCB on paper because of their bowling. And as much as RCB has a very strong batting lineup, great on in the field, and I don't think they stack up that well in the bowling department against RR, and that would be my concern. If Josh Hazelwood is back, I would certainly look at Impact subbing him, but instead of Romario Shepherd, I'd go with Bethel. So if we have Bethel and Josh Hazelwood as Impact subs, the whole game changes. And mind you, Bethel can bowl as well. And he can spin on
Spin, yeah.
on a dual pace track that could be a gamble that you want to take. And you know what? History has it. Fortune favors the brave. So will RCB be brave enough to do that? Would be something to do. But you know what? At the end of the day, I put all my trust in the RCB think tank. And a lot of my trust goes in with the analytical team. RCB's analytical team is, I think, best in the world at this point in time. And DK and his presence in the team is huge. Andy Flowers doing an amazing job. And so I have a lot of belief in the think tank. I'm sure they'll come up with a winning strategy. And I'm pretty sure the team is equipped enough to just execute that. But in saying that, no one knows that deck and that pitch and that stadium and the weather and the place like the opposition captain, Riyan Parag. So no one knows it better than him in that entire playing lineup or the think tanks. So that's a huge advantage with RR, as well as
Definitely.
the fact that they have a better bowling lineup. But in all honesty, if the king decides it's his day, I don't care what bowling lineup is pitched against him or what team is pitched against him. He'll just tear them apart. So I'm going to count on it.
Yeah, definitely, George. Anyways, I think that's it for the game tomorrow. So, in terms of our pulse prediction, uh,
Mate,
we
you
are
don't have to ask me
we
that
don't have to
question.
ask. We don't know. It's for the both of us, right? We're not going to decide. We're not going to
Yeah.
go and choose Royals tomorrow because it's RCB for us, and we are RCB forever. So both of us are going with RCB.
Yeah. We've been
And
RCB in the worst of the times, and it's not going to change. I mean, win, lose, or get destroyed at the end of the day, RCB forever, mate.
too. So we'll be back tomorrow to see who and what happens with regards to the game, how it turns out. Hopefully by then Will have finished his banana chips and found his way to the microphone
I
to
don't think
join
he's going to
us.
finish that for a month. He's got a bloody lifetime supply of it from the looks of it. But let's see what
Oh,
excuse he comes up with, or if he actually hops onto the pod. I know he's been missing it, but let's see.
yeah. And whenever we speak, I think he always says that he just wants to get back to make sure that he joins us on the pod, and he's missing that. So, well, safe travels, and
Yeah. See
hopefully
you
we see
soon,
you on
buddy.
the pod soon. To everyone else, stay tuned. The IPL is just getting heated up right now, and it's going to be just amazing. And tomorrow's game is just going to be another blinder, and we hope that's going to be entertaining as we've seen for the last couple of days.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share and comment. Keep that coming. But in the meantime, keep the pulse raising. It's me signing out. Adios.
And good night.